Hey guys, it's July the 8th, 2024, and I hope everybody had a wonderful, safe, and sober 4th of July weekend. Today I just want to come on here and I just want to say to everyone out there that remained sober through the 4th of July weekend, congratulations, and I'm proud of you. It's not easy staying sober through the holidays, especially, if you spent many years drinking on those holidays. I know for myself, this is a time of year when I did a lot of drinking. And, there's just always this idea of, I worked all year and busted my butt, and I deserve to drink like this while I'm on vacation. And for any of you guys out there that, have those same thoughts and you didn't give in and you didn't drink, kudos to you for not allowing that to happen. Because it's not easy. If you've spent so many years using alcohol as a vice, a means to get rid of your anxiety, to help with your depression, to help numb yourself, and you didn't do that this year, I'm proud of you, because that's not easy. When there's so many triggers around, everywhere you look, every time you walk into your local grocery store and there's that big beer mountain, right in the middle of the grocery store, cases of beer just stacked up with all these decorations all over them and American flags and patriotic stuff all over. And you go into your gas station, and you just walk in there to pick up a stick of gum and pay for your gas. And there's, right there by the front, and this is one of the things that really irritates me, when you go into the gas station and right there at the cash registers, there's that big barrel that's full of ice and just beer, just right there, right there for you to grab them. Why do they have those there? Those are what we used to call, my brother and I used to call those road sodas. Those were the beers that you drank when you drove. And those are there. I mean, when, you get off work, what's the first thing when you buy one of those little beers? What do? They put it in a little paper bag. And that little paper bag, it's just the right size for that can for you to drink it, wherever you're at. They just make it so convenient for you. Or you go to the gas station and you're about to check out and they've got little mini bottles right there at the checkout at the gas station. They're right there in front of your face. So many times I walk into a gas station or something and there's like these little I just saw something the other day. I went to a gas station and they had these they look like half pints, but they weren't. It was like a really high proof, I guess like a wine basically, and they were called pre-games is what the name of them were, and I think they were made by that company, Four Loko or something. But they were, literally right in front of the cash register. A big display right there, right in front of your face, and it had American flags all over it and all this kind of stuff. Every day we have to see these things, these triggers. They're right there in front of our face. It's almost impossible to go anywhere in public these days without seeing some sort of trigger. The billboards on the side of the road with alcohol advertisements, the commercials here on YouTube with alcohol advertisements. I have watched my videos before. I've gone back and watched them, and in the video there'll be an advertisement for alcohol on these videos. Anytime you get on one of the streaming services and the streaming service, you haven't paid for it, or maybe you do, 'cause some of them, you pay like $4.99 a month, and when you pay that $4.99 a month, it doesn't give you the commercial-free access, so you have to watch commercials if you want to watch the movie, and it'll play like a minute worth of commercials in between the movie. And a lot of times you'll see alcohol advertisements on there as well. Every day we're dodging these triggers, and they're right in front of our face. When you go to your friend invites you over to come watch the game or whatever it is, or they invite you over for a barbecue, and you think, I'm gonna go over there, and I think I can handle this, and I want to get back out again, because we all do. At some point, we want to get back out. We want to go back out into the world. We want to hang out with our friends. We want to, socialize with people and have a good time. at some point, we make that decision to go step back out into the real world. I know for myself, I hid for a long time, and not necessarily intentionally. I was sick for a long period of time. I had to stay home. I was stuck laying in bed for a very long period of time. And once I started getting back up and going back out into the real world again, it was everywhere. I was seeing it everywhere I went. And for any of you guys out there that went to that party this past weekend and made it through it sober, kudos to you. I'm so proud of you. You've gone to every, you go to the gas station, every store, and there's just stuff everywhere. There's triggers, there's beer, there's wine, there's liquor, and you didn't give in, to those cravings. Kudos to you. This isn't easy. It's especially if you've spent, decades drinking, excessive amounts of alcohol and or using whatever substance it is. There's still triggers out there. And if you have been able to make it through that, especially this past weekend, with it being a big holiday weekend, there's fireworks and parties and all kinds of stuff. If you were able to make it through that and stay sober through all that, I'm so proud of you. And you need to be proud of yourself, because it's not easy. Every single day on here, I see so many people in the comment section telling me, I've got 1 week sober, or 14 days sober, or 2 years, 3 years, 20 years, whatever it is. Every day can be a struggle. And, for some of us, not so much as others. And that's okay. No matter where you're at on your sobriety journey, it can still be tough. And it gets easier as time goes by. I'm not saying that it gets harder, but because it does get easier as the time goes by. But that thought can still be there. And for me, I have those thoughts all the time. I was talking about this just the other day when I was doing my live video. I just went to an AA meeting last Friday night, and I was going to talk about that today, but I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow. I really just wanted to come on here today and just congratulate everybody for making it through this past holiday weekend and remaining sober through that. I'm so proud of you for what you have done. If no one's told you they're proud of you lately, I'm proud of you. And I want you to know that I love you. If no one's told you they loved you recently, I do. I care about each and every single person on this channel. We all have our struggles. We all have different lives. But it doesn't matter where you're at in your life. Life can be tough sometimes. And, when we've been drinking for, long periods of times and continuing to use alcohol as a vice to make it through those tough times, and when we decide not to use that as a crutch anymore, and, we make it through those hard, tough days, that's a reason to be really proud of yourself. It really is. And, if you haven't patted yourself on the back in a while, I'm here to do that for you today. And I just want to give you a big pat on your back and let you know that I'm super proud of you. You're an awesome person. And for you to be able to fight through that and make it through it unscathed, I'm so proud of you. And you really need to be proud of yourself. So give yourself a nice big pat on the back today and tell yourself that you love yourself, because I love you. And, this community of people here that are on this channel, some of the nicest people I've ever encountered in my entire life. And I just want to thank each and every single one of you that are here on this channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for continuing to support this channel. Thank you so much for all the likes, the shares, the comments, and everything that you guys do to support this. I decided, when I got sick, that I wanted to start a YouTube channel to create content for people that were in the same situation as me. And, I just never had any idea that this channel would grow the way that it did. I just didn't. I thought that there were going to be a couple people that might watch, that I might be able to touch a few people maybe. And the growth of this channel has just blown me away. The amount of people that come here, and the support and the kindness that everyone shows, the support that people show for each other on here. I can't thank you guys enough for that. When I go in there and I reply to the comments daily and I see other people hopping in there and cheering each other on, that really does make me happy and brings a smile to my face when I see that. I can't tell you how good that makes me feel to see others coaching each other and helping each other and just pushing each other into a more positive environment. So once again, thank you so much, everybody that's here, that supports this channel, that's a part of this community. You're greatly appreciated. And once again, I love you guys so much. And if no one's told you that they love you lately, like I said, I love you. And once again, give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. You made it through a tough weekend this past weekend. And no matter where you're at on your journey, if you've got 2 days or 30 years, those thoughts can still enter our minds sometimes. Some of us, less than others. And but still, still be proud of yourself for what you have accomplished, because it's not easy. I've talked about this so many times on here, but I tried over and over and over again to stop drinking, and I just never was successful. I didn't become successful until I got extremely ill and almost lost my life. That's what it took for me to stop. And there's so many people on this channel that have made the decision for themselves because they want to make that change. I could never do that. I just couldn't. You're so strong to be able to make that decision and to be able to stick with it. And you really need to give yourself a big pat on the back and be proud of yourself, because this isn't easy. And I'm so proud of you for sticking through it, making it through this past weekend. And wherever you're at on your journey, I'm proud of you. And once again, thank you so much, everyone here, for your support. And once again, I'm so proud of each and every single one of you that made it through this 4th of July weekend and were sober through it. And if you fell off the wagon this past weekend, hey, no foul, no shame, no foul. It's no big deal. I know that it feels like everything's just falling apart if you did. It's just part of the journey. Just pick yourself back up and try again. And if you fall again, pick yourself up again and try again. And keep doing that until it sticks. I've said this so many times. I tried to quit 100 times at least, and it never stuck. And the one time stuck finally. And I'm still here every single day. I don't say that I'm 100% protected, and that this isn't still a challenge for me sometimes, because it absolutely is. And I still live one day at a time. I have to live in the moment and be present in each and every single day, and tell myself every morning when I wake up, I'm not going to drink today. And I don't think too far into the future. I just have to focus on each and every single day and make it through each and every single day. When I wake up in the morning, I tell myself I'm not going to drink. And as I'm laying in the bed at night, right before I go to bed every night, I thank God for the opportunity that He gave me to be able to be sober for one more day, and that I was able to have the strength to be able to make it through it. The days are short. They're not that long. And if you just look at it as, I'm just not going to drink today, before you know it, the day's over with, you're back in the bed, you go to sleep, you wake up the next morning. And waking up the next morning being sober with a clear mind and not having that anxiety and that shame that comes along with relapse, it's a really good feeling. But once again, if that happened to you this past weekend, it's not a big deal. I did it so many times. Just try again. Keep trying and keep pushing. One day it will stick. But nothing happens overnight, and practice makes perfect. And the more and more that we keep practicing and keep trying, the better at it that we get. And it does get easier. But once again, for all of you guys out there that made it through this past weekend, I am so proud of you. And once again, if no one's told you they love you over this past weekend, I do. And give yourself a big pat on the back today. You should be really proud of yourself. I love you guys so much. And until tomorrow, I will see you guys then. Y'all have a great day. Bye.